Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome to PNP. It's your boy Rashad, one half of PNP, and today we have another entry into the Sauna Walk series. And yes, I'm dropping a bunch of these today. I'm trying to get these out the way so we can move on to the part of this off-season rebuild where I can actually give you examples of what we can do to actually fix this situation. Carolina Panthers don't have much cap space, but we can free some. We can free some up and do some restructures, do some cuts, and I want to go through that. I want to simulate that process. I feel like I'm one of the only channels out here that actually gives you real examples and real contract examples and how things should be structured, right? A lot of people talk about the cap, but they don't know shit about the cap, right? That's why I'm here to really give you an understanding. I want to break it down. I want to answer your questions so that you become a smarter football fan, so that you understand, so that you're not just saying, oh, we can't afford this player. No, you can't afford him, but you got to make it work. But I'm going to show you how that works. So I want to really make you guys a smarter football fan and actually understand what the hell you're talking about. All right. So I want to get these out the way. So again, you're going to see a bunch of these today, and I'm gonna release them all. You guys can watch them at your leisure, and then we're gonna dive into the part where we really talk numbers and break this thing down. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. Sauna Walk, Ameer Abdullah. Now, Ameer Abdullah, if you recall, Ameer Abdullah was brought to the Carolina Panthers late in the season from the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings waived him. We ended up picking him up, and that was right around the time Christian McCaffrey went down and was gone for the season. And I felt like Ameer Abdullah was a great pickup at the time. He appeared in the Atlanta Falcons game, and I was like, yo, this dude does things that Christian McCaffrey can do. And I had watched Ameer Abdullah in the past, but I didn't realize how much of a receiving threat he was out of the backfield. All right, so he had 44 rushes on the ground for 136 yards, but he added 35 receptions for 272 yards, and that's only appearing in 10 games. All right, as a rotational back. He wasn't a full-time back. So if you can imagine, if you actually gave him Christian McCaffrey-like production, touches, his numbers would be astronomical, right? I thought he was a great and again, nobody can duplicate what Christian McCaffrey does from a reception standpoint. Nobody can duplicate. He's an elite route runner. He's just a matchup nightmare. But Ameer Abdullah was really close. And I feel like what Ameer Abdullah, he gave us that opportunity where we could still execute our offense without having to change it because we don't have a Christian McCaffrey-like running back. He's able to run those Texas routes out of the backfield. He's able to be physical and run between the tackles. Ameer Abdullah was a very, very, very sneaky good addition to this football team, and I really like his game. Now let's go ahead and talk about these different categories. If you're new to the Sauna Walk series, we have 5 different categories that we talk about: age, position of value, durability, asking price, and whether the player's production is replaceable or not. We go through all these, then we make a determination to say, all right, we're going to bring this dude back or we should let him walk. All right, so let's get into it. Now, age, Ameer Abdullah is only 28 years old. Running backs, once they hit that 30, the big 3-0, it's a wrap. But Ameer Abdullah's only 28, so he's still in his prime. Doesn't have a ton of tread on the tire, so he's nice. He's really good. He checks the age box for your boy. Position of value, running backs position. The running back position is the most replaceable position in the game of football. You can replace a running back. This is why I was dead set against the Christian McCaffrey contract, because you can get a running back. Ameer Abdullah, like I said, if you give Ameer Abdullah the same amount of touches that Christian McCaffrey has, he's going to put up Christian McCaffrey-like numbers. Now, again, like I said, Christian McCaffrey does some things that the other running backs can't do from a receiving standpoint, but Ameer Abdullah is close. And I feel like if you give him the touches, I think that they will be A-OK. Running back is the most replaceable position in football. Say it with me. Running back is the most replaceable position in the game of football. Look at what the Tennessee Titans are doing with Derrick Henry down. They picked up Deontay Foreman, and boom, they still rolling. It is replaceable. There's certain backs that do great things. Derrick Henry's a great running back. King Henry, love him. But Titans kept moving without him. If you have a competent coordinator, a competent head coach, you can replace a running back. And I digress. Let me move on. Durability. Ameer Abdullah does not have many injuries that I'm aware of, so we're going to keep that thing moving. He checks that box. Asking price. Running backs are cheap. You can get a running back in the draft. You can get a running back in an undrafted free agency. You can get running back anywhere. Running backs are not getting paid much unless you're at the top tier. Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey. Those are, Dalvin Cook. Those guys are the guys getting paid. Outside of that, you ain't getting much, and you shouldn't ask for much. You should be thankful that you're even on a roster at this point, because running backs, again, they come a dime a dozen. You can replace them. So we can get Ameer Abdullah for very cheap if we wanted to, like I said. Is his production replaceable? Yes, it is. I mean, you can get a running back in undrafted free agency. You can get one in the draft. You can get a running back anywhere, throw him back there with competent offensive coordinator and competent coaching. You'll be just fine. So, yes, I do think his production is replaceable, but I do like what he brings to the backfield. I do like what Ameer Abdullah brought to the Carolina Panthers. He gave us that ability to not have to change our offense, right? Christian McCaffrey is a great running back. We all know that. Ameer Abdullah kind of gives you that diet Christian McCaffrey production. So he allows you to keep your offense intact. You don't have to switch your entire offense when you have an Ameer Abdullah. Again, we have a nice stable of running backs. Christian McCaffrey, Chuba Hubbard, Ameer Abdullah. I think you should bring that three-headed monster back. And for that matter, I think you got to re-sign Ameer Abdullah, bro. Again, he's going to be cheap, shouldn't ask for much. And I think that receiving threat out of the backfield, and you have to, in today's NFL, you have to have multiple running backs. You have to have a stable of good running backs that can catch the ball, that can run between the tackles. You got to have those type of guys, and you got to have a good physical, big running back. Pause. You got to have a big running back. And so I think, again, we'll have two smaller running backs. If you have Christian McCaffrey and Ameer Abdullah, you still got Chuba Hubbard. Maybe you add another running back. Maybe you move Christian McCaffrey to the slot. I know we've been saying that for a long time. So I know we've been saying that for a long time, but it is what it is. You got to find a way to make sure your offense can sustain when Christian McCaffrey gets hurt. He hasn't been healthy the past 2 years. Signed the contract, and he hasn't been healthy. You got to have a running back that can help reproduce that production. All right. So that being said, man, I love Ameer Abdullah. I love his game, and re-sign that cat. Again, let me know what y'all think. Get in the comments, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Let me know what you think about Ameer Abdullah. I love his game. Love what he brought to the table when Christian McCaffrey went down. I want to know what y'all think. Sign or walk. Let me know. That being said, I'm out. Peace.